Hello, lovelies. We are back for the last time for this season, and today we're going to watch The Black Queen. And this is gonna be a little bit longer than usual, or the current usual, but it's only because I know a lot of you guys are not gonna listen to me at the end, which is fine. And a lot of you are gonna just skip over me now, which is fine. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who has been on this journey with me, whether at the beginning, the middle, or you just stopped by for this last one. Regardless, I do want to thank you for tuning in. I also I never comment on the comments, but I read all of them. Like you're seen, trust me. I'm seeing all of you. And I do want to thank everybody for being courteous and respectful, because we all have different opinions, and that's fine. We don't have to all agree on who we like, who we hate. This isn't a story between good and evil. It's a story between flawed characters. So every side has bad people on it. I have already mentioned I am biased, and I already mentioned I am biased towards Matt Smith. And even when he's a villain, I can't take him as a villain. He's always just Matt Smith. Like, he has to do something really, really bad for me to stop seeing Matt Smith and see a villain. So I know a lot of you guys don't like Daemon. I know a lot of you guys love Daemon. It's okay. Daemon is, to people that don't like the blacks, like a Kristen Cole is to me. I don't like Kristen, but people can equate Daemon to Kristen really easily because he does things for Alicent, and Daemon is doing stuff for Rhaenyra. So, it's okay. We don't have to agree. We're all, going and supporting flawed characters who are going to do shit we don't like, and who are good and bad. They're gray. Or they're just Larys. Sorry. I'm never going to like Larys. There's nothing that can help me like Larys. But that's all I want to say. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching. Thank you to everybody who's been commenting, being respectful in the comments. We don't have to agree on liking each side. We just have to understand each other, and discussion is the best way to do it. So even at the end, if you're not agreeing, I really respect all of you for taking the time to write comments in, and to also be kind to those who don't always agree with you, because that's life. It's okay. I actually like when people don't agree with me in the comments. It makes me think about different things I never thought about before, and that's what discussion is for. So let's stop listening to me rant, because I can go forever, and just get into the last episode of season 1, The Black Queen. She's like,
Princess
so
Rhaenys,
I got some news.
might we hope for news of Lord Corlys's recovery?
Lucerys is dead. I grieve this loss with you, Rhaenyra. My cousin, your father, possessed a kind heart.
Maybe too kind, to be honest.
There is more.
Yeah, there's more.
Aegon has been crowned as his successor.
Uh-oh.
They crowned him.
How did Lucerys die?
I could not say.
How long ago?
A day passed, perhaps two. I was made a prisoner in my quarters while the Queen made her preparations.
Lucerys has been slain.
Okay.
Alicent demanded.
That's actually gotta hurt, though, because they kind of reconciled right before she left. So now it feels like it was all fake, even if it wasn't.
The High Septon crowned Aegon in the Dragon Pit.
Oh,
I
shit.
witnessed it myself just before I fled on Meleys.
They crowned him before the mass.
So that
Yeah,
the masses
you're
would see him as
so,
their rightful king.
That
I was
the Queen murdered my brother and stole his throne, and you could have burned me, your friend.
A war is like to be fought over this treachery, to be sure.
Yeah, but she's like, why? It's not my war.
But that
See?
war is not mine.
That's exact. No, honestly,
I only
complete
rushed this war
respect.
into you out of loyalty to my
I was gonna
husband
say
and to
she
my
was
house.
kind enough to tell them, but this is not her war. She doesn't
The
have
Greens are
to.
coming
She
for you,
doesn't have to
Rhaenyra.
do all that, burning all them.
And for your children.
In hindsight, maybe she would have killed
She
all of
could
them,
have dragged stone at
but
once.
It's like, oh fuck. Oh shit. That's blood.
Baby's coming.
Blood is not a good sign.
Your grandsire, King Lucerys, has passed.
Lucerys?
The Greens have repudiated the succession and claimed the Iron Throne.
I'm surprised they had her tell them this in her condition.
Aegon has been crowned king.
What is to be done about it?
Nothing yet.
And where is Daemon?
I don't know. Gone to madness.
Sounds.
Gone to plot his war.
Yeah, gone. That sounds like.
Leave Daemon with me.
That sounds like Damon.
Jace. Lucerys!
What's up with him?
Whatever claim remains to me, you are now its heir. Naught is to be done but by my command.
This is not. It's something bad about to happen. Because she's out of commission right now, so Damon's just allowed to be Damon.
We'll send ravens to our nearest allies, Lords Darkling, Massey, and Bar Aemon.
Wow.
Do you want to speak to the Maester, my prince?
Wow, Damon, really? She's literally screaming for you.
I'll fly to the Riverlands myself and affirm Lord Tully's support.
You will do no such thing.
Honey, I don't know if
My
that's a
mother
good
has
idea.
decreed no action be taken while she's abed.
It's good you're here, young prince. You're needed to patrol the skies on Virmax.
Did you hear what I said?
The ravens, Lord Artemis.
I really just want to know. I always want to know what's going on in Damon's head.
Summon Sir Stefan.
Because things
Our
always
King's
make
Guard
sense in
leader,
his head, but like, I just wish
Come with
I
me.
could.
I'll show you the true meaning of loyalty.
Like, I just want to get into his head. Such an interesting character. Because you always want to know, like, why? Why are you doing this?
Do you recall when King Lucerys named as his heir before his death?
Princess Rhaenyra.
I'm grateful for your long service to the crown. So I'm presenting you with a choice.
Oh my god. What is this? What is this?
Swear anew your oath to Rhaenyra as your queen. To Prince Lucerys as the heir to the Iron Throne. Or, if you support the usurper, speak it now.
How are they gonna say yes with the dragon right beside you, Damon? Like, I would not say anything, but like, I swear anything you want. Whatever you want, Damon, I'll give it to you. I don't even know the noises I'm making. It's just, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh, that is depressing. That is fucking depressing. Viserys' crown?
I swear to ward the Queen. With all my strength.
I honestly cannot remember. I was not paying attention to the crowds and how they looked. Oh, my bad. I mean, she could have given it all. No, she couldn't. That's the thing too, like, she can't actually not fight because as long as she's alive, there's always going to be two fractions. So if she didn't fight here and she just was like, okay, whatever, let Aegon be king, they'd still come after her, they'd still try and kill her, they'd still try and kill her, all of her children. it's like at this point there really is no other choice, because there's no way to kind of ensure that they're not going to attack each other unless like Jacerys's child and one of Aegon and Helena's kids marry to try and like bridge that gap. But I don't think at this point they're in any way willing to do that.
We already have declarations from Celtigar and Staunton, Massey, Darkland, and Barrymont.
We need some of those bigger lords.
My lady mother was an Arryn. The Vale will not turn cloak against their own kin.
River Run was always a close friend to your father, Your Grace. With Prince Daemon's acquiescence, I've already sent ravens to Lord Grover.
Lord Grover is fickle and easily swayed. He will need to be convinced of the strength of our position, and that we will support him should it come to war.
I'm going to treat with him myself.
What of Storm's End and Winterfell?
There has never lived a Stark who forgot an oath, and with House Stark, the North will follow.
The Riverlands are essential, Your Grace.
Pray forgive my bluntness, Your Grace, but talk of men is moot. Your cause owns a power that has not been seen in this world since the days of old Valyria. Dragons.
Yeah, it's about dragons on dragons.
The Greens have dragons.
They have
as
3
well.
adults, by my count. We have Cyrax, Caraxes, and Melis. Your sons have Virmax, Arax, and Tyraxes. Baela has Moondancer.
Daemon, none of our dragons have been to war.
There are also unclaimed dragons. Seasmoke still resides on Driftmark. Vermithor and Silverwing dwell on the Dragon Mound. Still riderless. Then there are the 3 wild dragons, all of whom nest here.
And who is to ride them?
Dragonstone has 13 to their 4. I also have a score of eggs incubating in the Dragon Mound. Now, we need a place.
It's like he's already planned out the whole thing. I love the way she just walked past him too. This is exactly like the last time.
Princess Rhaenyra.
I'm Queen Rhaenyra now. And you all are traitors to the realm.
King Aegon Targaryen, second of his name, in his wisdom and desire for peace, is offering terms. Acknowledge Aegon as king and swear obeisance before the Iron Throne. In exchange, his grace will confirm your possession of Dragonstone. It will pass to your true-born son Jacerys upon your death. Lucerys will be confirmed as the legitimate heir to Driftmark and all the lands and holdings of House Velaryon. Your sons, by Prince Daemon, will also be given places of high honor at court.
I mean, it's not a bad deal.
Aegon the Younger as the king's
The
squire.
only problem is
Lucerys
it's
as
hard
his
to
cupbearer.
believe it.
Finally, the king in his good grace will pardon any knight or lord who conspired against his ascent.
I would rather feed my sons to the dragons than have them carry shields and cups. For your drunken usurper cunt of a king.
Oh my god.
You are no more hand than Aegon is king. Fucking traitor.
But you knew that from time. Wow, both brothers on opposite ends. That's intense.
Grand Maester.
Fuck is this?
It's a letter?
Queen Alicent has not forgotten the love you once had for each other.
Oh, the ripped out page
No blood
from like the
may be
very
spilled.
first episode.
The realm can carry on in peace.
Nah, that friendship is dead now, bro. It's dead.
Queen Alicent eagerly awaits your answer.
She can have her answer now, stuffed in her father's mouth along with his withered cock. Let's end this mama's farce.
Oh shit.
Sir Eric, bring me Lord Hightower so I may take the pleasure myself.
Nah, she's not gonna do it.
No.
They're pretty good terms, but I'm not sure if she could actually guarantee that moving forward. 'Cause yes, it sounds great, You know, she keeps Dragonstone, Luke keeps Driftmark. It's like, yeah, the kids are all acknowledged, like everyone has something, but do you trust that after what just happened with Aegon being named king?
The Valyrian histories, I know them well. When dragons flew to war, everything burned. I do not wish to rule over a kingdom of ash and bone.
Are you considering the High Tower's terms, Your Grace?
As Queen, what is my true duty to the realm, Lord Bartimus? Ensuring peace and unity, or that I sit the Iron Throne no matter the cost?
It's your father talking.
My father's dead. And he chose me as his successor.
I feel like Daemon's pissed off, but like...
To defend the realm, not cast it headlong into war.
The enemy have declared war. What are you going to do about it?
I think he actually does think that Viserys was murdered. I do believe he's also, in his mind, like, he's trying to avenge his brother. Again, I understand my bias, but I do, even when he said, like, they murdered him, I do think he believes that Viserys was murdered.
Are you not angry?
Well, I should declare war because I'm angry.
No, because it's your duty as queen to crush rebellion.
You know my oath reaches beyond our personal ambitions. A song of ice and fire. The coming war against the darkness in the north, the conqueror's dream.
Did Viserys not tell him?
When he named me Anne.
My brother was a slave to his omens and portents. Anything to make his feckless reign appear to have purpose. Dreams didn't make us kings. Dragons did.
Fuck, Daemon. Come on. Seriously?
I never told you.
Yeah, he never told him. Yeah, you can tell. He only trusted her. He never trusted Daemon. Wow. He was always hoping to move Daemon out. He was never going to give him the crown. That's the proof of it. The fact that he never told him means that he was never going to actually hand him the crown. Wow. And Daemon really fucked up there. Like, why the hell are you gonna put your hands on your wife, bro? Like, that's fucked.
Our pursuit of the Iron Throne is at an end.
Really? I don't know if it can be, though.
We shall declare for no one. We will retire to high tide to be content with our grandchildren.
Jace, Luke, and Joff are claimants to the throne. Those boys will not be safe so long as Aegon is king.
Yeah, and then all of their children.
Rhaenyra was complicit in our son's death.
It's sad because, like...
That girl destroys everything she touches.
That girl is holding the realm together at present. Every man standing round the painted table urges her to plunge the realm into war. Rhaenyra is the only one who's demonstrated restraint.
More of their men in the ground than your own.
Easy words
So this
for a
is to
lord
show
who
us
the safety of his
her
castle.
capability
Lord
as
of the
queen.
Tides, Lord Corlys Velaryon, and his wife, the Princess Rhaenys Targaryen.
Wow. Luke's like...
Well, we would also hope to have the support of houses Arryn, Baratheon, and Stark.
Hope is the fool's ally.
Both Arryn and Baratheon share blood with my house, but all of them swore oaths
Yeah,
to
but...
me.
As did House
Yeah,
Hightower.
honey, like...
If I
Are
remember.
we still on
As
that?
did you, Lord Corlys.
It doesn't... You gotta stop with the oaths from the past. Let's look to the future. What's happening now? Who's where?
This Hightower treason cannot stand.
Sounds like he's declaring.
You have the full support of our fleet and house.
She got lucky. She got lucky,
Your Grace.
that she decided to make her sons betrothed to his granddaughters. Now all she needs to do is hurry up those weddings to confirm his loyalty.
Princess Rhaenys.
It's so sad that they do still, back in their minds, think that she murdered their son.
As I said to my bannermen, I made a promise to my father to hold the realm strong and united. If war's first stroke is to fall, it will not be by my hand.
You do not mean to act.
Taking caution does not mean standing fast. I wish to know who my allies are before I send them to war.
I have a feeling Daemon will definitely put a little bit of a chink in that plan.
The Triarchy have been routed. The narrow sea is ours.
Okay.
If we further seal the gullet, we can cut off all seaborne travel and trade to King's Landing.
Damn.
I should take Maelys and patrol the gullet myself.
Girl, marry your children to them quickly.
We can surround King's
Maintain that relationship.
Lay siege to the Red Keep and force the Green surrender.
If we're to have enough swords to surround King's Landing, we must first secure the support of Winterfell, the Eyrie, and Storm's End.
I'll prepare the ravens, Your Grace.
We should bear those messages. Dragons can fly faster than ravens, and they're more convincing. Send us.
That's fucking dangerous, bro. What do you mean send us?
This is right, Your Grace.
You're not the only ones with dragons. Do you forget the Greens have dragons too? Oh my god.
Prince Lucerys will fly north. First to the Eyrie to see my mother's cousin, the Lady Jane Allen, and then to Winterfell to treat with Lord Cragen Stark for the support of the
I
North.
am so interested to see
Prince
who
Lucerys will fly
Cragen Stark
south to
is
Storm's
actually
End
being.
and treat with Lord Boros Baratheon.
Oh fuck.
We must remind these lords
That's
of
a
the oaths they
bad.
swore,
I don't trust Baratheons.
and the cost of breaking them.
But what happens if your sons get murdered? Like, you're only letting one kid go. What happens if Jace gets murdered on the way to the north? Or Luke gets murdered on his way to the Baratheons? Like, or on his way from the Baratheons? Like, you don't understand. You gotta keep your heirs close. I would not send this child. He looks terrified. I don't know
Storm's
how.
End is a short flight from here.
Literally just hand over the
You
message and
have
leave.
Baratheon blood from your grandmother, Rhaenys. And Lord Boros is an eternally proud man. You'll be honoured to host a prince of the realm and his dragon.
Oh, he's scared.
I expect you will receive a very warm welcome.
Salt and
Your Grace.
bread, right? Bread and salt. Let's see how this goes.
Go to it then.
I feel like at least one of these is not going to go well. I don't know which one it's going to be. I think just because of like what I know of the Starks, they're a little bit more honorable. So I feel like they're not going to be as like vindictive. But I don't, maybe again, because of the the future with the Baratheons, I don't trust the Baratheons. Like, they don't really care about blood. Look what happened with Rhaegar and, what's it called? It's Robert. You didn't give a shit that they shared blood when he knocked in his chest. That. Okay. Is that a dragon lullaby? Like, why are you singing it as if it's gonna save your life here? So that's Vermithor, okay. Is that... I can't remember if he said Vermithor was one of the unclaimed dragons. He looks so funny. He just like. Wow. So this is Storm's End. I don't really remember seeing it like completely done like this in Game of Thrones. This is actually really interesting. Doesn't seem like he's got a very nice welcoming. See? Don't trust Baratheons. Don't trust them. Not with Targaryens. Whose dragon is that?
I'm Prince Lucerys Velaryon. I bring a message to Lord Boris from the Queen.
Dude, you just saw a dragon and you're gonna walk in? He's a kid, he's stupid. He's a kid, he's stupid.
Prince Lucerys Velaryon.
Is that Aemond? You fucking saw a dragon and decided to chill? Bro, you should have just left as soon as you saw the dragon.
Lord Boros.
Oh my god, oh my god.
I brought you a message from my mother. The Queen.
Yet earlier this day, I received an envoy from the king. Which is it?
I'm so...
King or queen? The House of the Dragon does not seem to know who rules it. What's your mother's message?
Oh shit. They were talking about how Boris has a bunch of daughters. Is Aemond there saying he'd marry one of the daughters? Oh, fuck. That's a better deal right there. Like, what the hell is he saying? Does he not know how to read?
Remind me of my father's oath. King Aegon at least came with an offer. My swords and banners for a marriage pact.
Yeah, I knew it.
If I do as your mother bids, which one of my daughters will you wed? Boy?
Shit.
My lord, I'm not free to marry. I'm already betrothed.
So you come with empty hands. Go home, pup. And tell your mother that the Lord of Storm's End is not some dog that she can whistle up at need to set against her foes.
I shall take your answer to the Queen, my lord.
Wait!
They're just gonna let him leave, right? Right?
My lord Strong.
Wow. No, just go. Luke! Fucking just leave.
Did you really think that you could just fly about the realm, trying to steal my brother's throne at no cost?
Just go, Luke.
I will not fight you.
Run.
I want you to put out your eye. It's payment for mine. One will serve. I would
Why
not
did you
blind
go
you.
in there? Just go back and told your mom what happened. She would have understood.
I plan to make a gift of it to my mother.
Oh my god.
No.
Then you are craven as well as a traitor.
You're
not here.
Give me your eye, or I will take it, bastard!
Not in my hall! The boy came as an envoy. I'll not have blood shed beneath my roof. Take Prince Lucerys back to his dragon. Now.
Okay, at least Boris has some kind of like, you know, some kind of rule and law. Literally run! Why are you taking any second to think about this? God. Luke, you are making me fucking anxious. Can you please go home? Aemon's there. This doesn't even seem fair because Vhagar's so fucking huge. You'd hope because he only has one eye, his visibility would be so fucked that he couldn't see. But that's obviously not the case. Alright, so he's just trying to fuck with him because he's a dick. Okay, dude, you gotta drag it out of the situation. Why are we still on this? No! See? Oh shit, the dragons are going after each other without their consent? That's really pretty. Oh, that's beautiful. And he was so scared to go. And she already just buried one of her kids. He was just eaten. Or he fell. I don't even know if he fell or if he was eaten by Vhagar. Like, yeah, it definitely feels like it was on purpose, even though Aemon didn't. So I am now convinced that this show is not about good and bad. Like I mentioned it earlier in the opening, but every character is flawed. I think the problem too is so many people have assumptions about what they're fighting for or how they were wronged, and even in that moment where you can see why she's more invested in, you know, going to war against the Greens, it's because Aemond trying to fuck with Luke ends up accidentally murdering him, which is not like it's like, because you want to say yeah it's his fault, but at the same time he didn't. Even when I was watching, I didn't think he meant to kill him. I think he was really just trying to fuck with him. But the problem was they were both losing control of their dragons because it almost seemed like they were fighting. It didn't seem like, you know, there was a play or anything like that. Like, it seemed like they were fighting each other, the way that they were trying to like attack and evade. And eventually the dragons themselves were like, okay, we're fighting, so I'm fighting. And especially after Arax, I don't remember Luke's dragon's name, but when it attacked Vhagar, I think from then it was like, it's a wrap. Like, you're attacking me, I have to attack you. And I can't, like, I don't remember what I saw, if I saw Luke get eaten or if I saw him fall. And if it's just like you see him fall and he wasn't eaten, it really does justify the fact that Vhagar was going for Luke's dragon and not Luke himself, which also makes the experience even more depressing because he didn't want, like, neither of them wanted to actually fight. But fuck, this story is very much a story of flawed characters. So I mean, when people argue Greens v Black or whatever. It's just, I guess I just enjoy this show so much that I don't mind when people don't agree with me or they don't, you know, think I'm right on certain things, because it just shows the passion that we in this community have for what we're watching and in these characters, and how much, you know, they kind of come off the screen and make us feel like, you know, like we know them, we understand them, and it just deepens that connection to the show, which is just great. I love this series. From what I've seen so far, I loved Game of Thrones, and I think George R.R. Martin does a great job creating very flawed and interesting characters. Because even in this episode, like, I got Daemon, but I didn't like when he kind of grabbed Rhaenyra and choked her. That was fucked up. Like, regardless of your reasoning, like, don't choke your wife, please. I think on a grand scale, I can say that to everybody. Please don't choke your wives. But yeah, like, you can't, even understanding certain characters' actions doesn't mean I like every action, even if I find the character interesting or whatever. So, you know, I think no matter who you like or what side you've decided to go on, I think just being able to agree that all of the characters that we enjoy, for the most part, unless you like Lucerys, which I don't know who you are, but it's kind of weird to me. It's the only character I have no gray understanding with. But if you like a character that someone else doesn't like or dislikes or whatever, I think it's very interesting that we can always find the gray in most of these characters, and that just comes from the well-told story that we've been watching, that we don't see the characters only doing one thing or the other. We kind of always get a background and an understanding of why they're doing something, why it's against their character, it's going with their character, why it makes them more interesting, or it makes them a villainous in a moment, but at the same time you get why they're doing something. So it doesn't really make them a villain, it just makes them seem real. And yeah, I don't know, I very much enjoyed season 1 of House of the Dragon. I'm looking forward to season 2 because, come on, we already know it's greenlit. So yeah, I would love for you guys to come on another journey with me when I do House of the Dragon season 2. But if you forget me, I get it. You know, it's gonna be about like a year, hopefully only a year or a few months. God, I still remember when Game of Thrones took like 2 years almost to bring out season 8, and then season 8 was season 8. But yeah, I've enjoyed doing these reactions for House of the Dragon. I can't wait to do House of the Dragon season 2. I will obviously be doing other shows throughout this this time in between. And I've seen a lot, but I don't know, like, give me some suggestions. Things that you think, if I haven't seen it, like, you obviously don't know, but like, just in the comments, maybe give me suggestions on things that I've never seen, or you think I'd never seen, or something that you just really liked, that you're like, if she hasn't seen this, she has to watch this, kind of thing. And yeah, I can't obviously promise to watch everything, but you know, I'm looking for new things. There's a few things I do want to watch. Like, I want to watch like Top Boy. I haven't seen that yet. And I'm watching something with my cousin right now that's like Game of Thrones PG. But yeah, I'm looking for new things. So if you have suggestions, please leave them in the comments. Again, I can't promise I'm gonna watch a show, but I am definitely looking for shows. Something like fantasy is nice. I do like fantasy, sci-fi, dramas, comedies. You know, just give me some things that you think I should watch, and we'll see if I haven't watched it yet. But that's gonna be all. You guys know I rant at the ends, and I don't want to have like a 10-minute rant after these videos. But I'm really glad you guys came on this journey with me, whether, again, first episode, middle, literally just this episode, regardless. I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed House of the Dragon season 1. If you did, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. You know I like controversy because I'm a hot mess. So until next time, this is going to be it for season 1. Like, subscribe if you want. But most importantly, thank you for watching, and bye.